Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 43 of the Let's Play world. We're going to start things off today by just doing a little maintenance. The first thing I've been doing is going around and replacing the trapdoors with slabs. The reason is I want there to be free-roaming villagers, and the villagers can jump over trapdoors. They can't jump over a slab. Second thing I want to do is fix something with our super smelter. Our super smelter outputs to these hoppers and then into this chain of droppers. And the problem with this is sometimes if I leave and these chunks get unloaded, things break and I'll come back and these will all be full of stuff that doesn't get moved up. So I want to change how we move the items from down here to up there. This ended up being a little more complicated than I expected. What I wanted to do was take these hoppers into a bubble elevator, but if I put the soul sand at this level, it would have poked through the ceiling below. So I needed to get the soul sand up one. So I had to do kind of a dropper up one, and then a dropper into the bubble elevator. Bubble elevator goes up there, and then just drops it all into a hopper that goes into our barrel. Ultimately, this will be a lot simpler, a lot less moving parts, and a lot less places for things to get stuck. Now that we've got those things taken care of, let's go ahead and finish the waterfront. We got those buildings installed just a little bit ago, and then we added the buildings to the island, and those look fantastic, I think. I want to do something down here similar, but again, a little different. I think we're going to start off with those same kind of foundational bricks like we did over there. This building on the end, I think I want to be primarily oak. This building here, I want to use some yellow terracotta. This one here is going to use some jungle wood, and this one on the end will use some brick. The south side is finished. Let me give you a real quick tour here. This corner I filled up with slabs and leaves so that it looks really ruined, but there's nothing spawnable here, so we don't have to worry about any monsters or anything appearing in the corner. And then we have these 4 buildings here. The first one is just brick, a little bit of terracotta, nice spruce roof, real simple. The second one, I used some jungle wood because we hadn't used that, and it's a real nice narrow building. Third one is some yellow terracotta with nice dark accents. Then the fourth one is something a little different. I wanted to make it look like there was a fire at some point, so I mixed in some different tones of wood and then the black stone. And it's pretty convincing looking. I really, really like that look. Here it is from the other side. Looks like just like maybe an attic fire, you know, like something caught on fire that was stored up in the attic. When we get up close here, you can see there's basically just a hole in the roof. Did some dark oak along with the spruce to create sort of a scorched area. Some fences and things up here to kind of have some exposed structure. And then I went ahead and I originally had it open, but I went ahead and added this edge here, and it really kind of sold it as far as the structure having been burned. Really cool looking, and I think it adds a little more to the story of the pier and the waterfront and all that. We can take south structures off the wall of tasks. Haven't done anything with the interiors yet. Once we figure out what we're going to do with the fishermen on the dock, we'll figure all that out. I do need to go around and figure out, will a fisherman just walk off of this edge? I suspect they would. This sort of thing here, a fisherman could just walk right over that as well. I went ahead and blocked this off, so this is off limits unless I really, really want somebody out here. I started work on this corner area here, but I haven't completely figured out what I want this to look like. So just a few final touches left, and then this project will be all done. This sort of thing happens pretty frequently. Apparently it's dark enough in there that mobs will spawn, and if mobs can spawn, then one of these tougher mobs can spawn. So right now we've got, it looks like an elite zombie stuck inside there. Same thing happens over at the creeper farm. Occasionally I will see a glowing creeper inside there, but not much I can do about that. There's 4 types of these mobs. The first level is what they call veteran, and in the last episode we fought a couple of those, and they're just a little tougher than the regular mob. The next level up is what they call elite. Elite are a little bit faster, they hit a little harder, a little more defense. The third level is what they call champion. Champion has resistance, they have fire resistance, they're very tough, and they hit really hard. And then the fourth level is what they call legendary, and legendary is lethal. I'm not sure, without a little luck, that I could kill a legendary mob. But, of course, legendary is where you get the good loot. We'll definitely need to find some champion and legendary mobs to battle, but we're going to save that for the next episode. So that guy gave us a couple of things, some uncommon stuff, and then a rare golden helmet with mending, unbreaking 3, a little bit of health, a little bit of armor, and a little bit of knockback resistance. So right now with our netherite helmet, you can see we've got 6 armor. And then if we put the golden helmet on, we get an extra heart, but we lose half of a point of armor. Is that a good trade-off? Maybe. I do have some other perks on this helmet, so I'm going to stick with that one for now, but getting some cool stuff, and we haven't even ran into like a champion or a legendary mob yet. As far as loot, I've collected a few interesting things. I showed you most of the top row. This one was interesting. It's a rare leather cap. It adds almost a 10% speed boost, which is pretty crazy. That would make me very fast. Of course, it has Curse of Vanishing and Curse of Binding. I haven't tried it out because if I put it on, I can't take it back off. A couple of swords, that sort of thing. Most of these uncommon swords, I don't think I'm going to bother to keep because they're not as good as some of the rare gear. Rare leather boots, nice bump there. Pretty good attack damage, but a slower attack speed. Full of shields. You know, this shield here adds to your health, adds to your knockback resistance, adds to your armor, so that's a pretty cool deal. Found a totem, which is really nice. The totem actually adds to my health as well. And then a piece of quartz that adds to my speed. These sorts of enchanted items are part of this data pack as well, and so those are kind of a neat addition. So like I said, I'll just share the really cool loot with you. I won't bother you with every single piece of loot that we find. Oh, and by the way, these glowing mobs off in the distance, if they're obnoxious, if they're a distraction, I can turn those off. I just thought it was a good idea in case we wanted to track one down to have them lit up, but if you guys don't like it, let me know in the comments. And that's where we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.